All right, guys. So, no, leave it. We're having a little fun over here. So today I'm going to answer a series of random questions. The first question is why girls ignore your messages. The bottom line is if a girl's ignoring your message, it's either she's just not that into you or you didn't hook her enough for her to give you a good response. I often tell students in my seminars, the more you do on the front end, the less you have to do on the back end. So what I mean by this is when you first meet her, if you look good, if you have a good opener, a good conversation, and when you number closer, you actually make plans to do something, all of that is very powerful. You've done 80% of the work on the front end. And so the text and all that stuff, if you really hooked her and built a lot of attraction on the front end, on the back end, it's gonna be very easy to get her to meet with you. So what I recommend doing is make sure that you look your best, have a strong opener, make sure that you can converse well, that you can hold a conversation. If you can't see one of my blog posts, I believe it's called How to Keep a Conversation Going, and it'll give you some tips on that. And then lastly, how you number closer. Get her number, make plans to actually do something, and that'll make it much more likely that she'll respond. Also, a lot of guys, they suck at texting. They do all this great, this great job of meeting the woman, and then they send some silly, retarded text, and it just kills all the attraction that they just built. Or they send some very business-like type text like, "Hi Susan, it's John from the dry cleaners. Are you available at Tuesday at 7 o'clock for dinner?" Now some women might just go because they like free dinners, but overall, if you had this great fun interaction, the energy that text is going to send is just going to kill the sexual energy. So make it fun, make it something playful that you send. So with the first text that you send her, like let's say you met her at the supermarket, okay, and I'm thinking of a good text that I would send. Oh, there you go. All right. So, samples of texts that I've sent that have worked. I met this woman that worked for a male enhancement company. I texted her, I said, "Hey, how many men have you enhanced today?" And then she started laughing and it led into this whole sexual talk and then plans for her to come over that night. So you want to send the first text you send should hook her. And the second one should tow her in. Don't send it like most guys, they send in one strong text. Well, most guys, they send in a very businessy type text. Or they send one funny text, the woman responds and they immediately ask her out. Send the first one, hook her, the second or third, tow her in, and then lastly, like the third or fourth, actually set up the date. But the main point I want to make is the more you do on the front end, the less you'll have to do on the back end. So focus on the front end. Make sure that you look good, that you have good openers, you're able to converse well, you set up plans to meet, and then the rest will all fall into line. It'll be very easy to set up your dates and your flake ratio will go way down.